You're on.
Okay, so it is still January 28th, and this is the third segment of our recording of Mumsy Dear.
Okay.
Okay,
Here.
so let's see. I guess we were talking a little bit about the kids and, all the children you had. Tell everybody how many children you had.
Well, in case anybody really wants to know, we had 11 wonderful children.
Yeah.
There was some twins in there that were kind of a surprise.
A set of twins.
I didn't know I was going to have them till the day I had them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The doctor said, "Oops, there's another one."
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
And Daniel came about 10 minutes ahead of David, I think. Something.
I always said they'd save the best for last.
Ahead of
Yeah.
David, yeah. And they were both very strong, healthy babies.
Yep.
I have to tell you a little story about, I'm not sure if it was David or Daniel, but I think it was David. In Lucy Bell. Do you remember that story?
I don't know which one in particular you're thinking about.
Well, the twins were very small.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't have been more than a month or two old, maybe 2 months older.
Oh, wow, okay.
And my sisters from Green Bay had to come up to see the twins.
Yeah.
And we were sitting in the front room in the old house there, and just, chatting about what they had looked at, examined the twins and thought they were fine, of course.
Yep.
And we're sitting there talking, all of a sudden we see Lucy walking. Lucy was,
I've heard this.
how old would she have been then, honey? About 3 at the most?
So she would have been, maybe 4, right? Because she's 2 ahead of us, 2 pregnancies ahead of us. No, 1 pregnancy ahead of us. So she would maybe 3.
I think around 3.
Yeah, she would have been probably about 3.
Lucy comes out. You had the twins in that bedroom downstairs.
Yeah.
She comes walking out of that bedroom with David under her arm.
Yep.
Holding him like this, head down, walking in.
Upside down, yep.
Big smile on her face.
Cool.
But we were smart. If we would have jumped up or something, she probably would have dropped you.
Yeah.
So I just saddled up to her and took her away, David, very gently. I didn't even bawl her out because
wouldn't have done much good.
Everything worked out fine.
So she didn't drop me.
No, she didn't
That's
drop
a
you.
good thing.
Not that you're aware of.
At least not that time.
No, that's all. They just put you back in your little bed, and you and Daniel were staying in that crib together for you were maybe 3 months or so, I think. And then you were didn't work anymore.
Yep. Tell me what you remember about. Okay, so like there's Connie, from Connie down through, I would say Tim or Mary Kay. We have kind of the more or less the first half of the family.
Well, Connie was she was always another really easy child to handle. So
Yeah.
no problems there.
Yeah.
She was such a pretty baby too. She had all that curly hair.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
And
curly blonde hair.
Yeah. And so when Tom came along, and he was nothing extraordinary about that. His behavior. He was always, nice little guy. As I go down the list, I can't think of anything special. Well, Tim was...
Scott and Tim.
I've got my little story about Tim that I've told before. He was about 1. Oh no, I did more than that. A little bit more than 1, maybe 2. 2, maybe 3 at the most. Oh, he wasn't 3 yet.
Sure.
He was 2, 2.5. He comes in our bedroom in the morning, all mad.
Okay.
Stands by the foot of by the head of the bed, and he said to me, "Mom, get up, make me some toast." That was it.
And you remember that?
I remember.
Yeah.
He really meant it. He wanted some toast.
That's funny.
So I don't know if I jumped out of bed to make toast or not, but I'm sure he got his toast sooner or later.
Yep.
Because he was not. It's a very, all you kids were quite easy to handle.
Yep.
When you're in your 2s, you were a little more difficult.
Terrible 2s, huh?
They weren't terrible, but they were.
Yeah.
The kids were more inquisitive then. I can remember we had a Magnavox. It
What was it,
played,
a st-
played record, played.
Oh, so a
Oh,
stereo, a record player
Yeah,
anyway?
records, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very nice one that Dad bought.
Yep.
And I remember the twins going toward it, and I would say, no, 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 honey. And Daniel would keep going, and he'd be saying, no, no, no. But he kept going.
He kept going for
Oh, man, yeah, it was hard keeping you guys away from that
it.
Magnum.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just was so tempting for you to go and.
I can remember that darn
Can
thing.
you
It was
remember
one of
that
those
one?
big
Yeah,
case
quite
deals.
big.
Yeah.
It was a nice looking piece of furniture. It was. I don't know where Dad got that. I don't remember, but anyhow, it was a nice one. We enjoyed it. Let's see, Connie and what was got there?
So then Mary Kay,
was
Lucy.
always very. She never cried very loud. She was always kind of softly when she cried.
Yeah, really? Okay.
She
Sure.
wasn't very demanding. She always was pretty independent. And Lucy was just, oh my goodness, she was our butterfly. Right from the time she was born, the guys just chased her around.
Yeah, yeah.
In kindergarten, at least one little boy would follow her home every day.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah. Lucy didn't okay. We have to come after Lucy. Don't tell me now. Oh, the twins.
Right.
Let me see if I can think any stories about the twins.
Well, they were memorable because they were twins at least. Huh?
Very hard to remember anything special because you just.
I remember you telling, I don't remember who it was though, but one of your daughters was upset because when you delivered, you had a boy instead of a girl. They wanted a girl so bad. And
Connie was the one who was very.
Oh, okay.
She cried. When Dad
Two
came
boys
home,
came home.
Dad
Huh?
came home and she, what did we have, Dad? And she said, did we have a girl? And he said, no. Well, what did we have? Did we have a boy? And he said, no. She said, well, what did we have? He said, we had two boys. That's when she really cried.
She broke down and cried.
I was telling
And Connie
Dr.
was
John,
probably 8 or 10 or something at
Something
that.
like that.
You know.
I was telling Dr. John, who delivered the babies,
Yeah.
that story later on, and he said, what did they think they were getting, a new bicycle?
That's funny.
He was such a nice doctor.
Yeah.
Very nice.
John
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see, what else can I tell about Jeannie?
And then there's
Teresa,
Jeannie, and Joe, huh?
Teresa was just, how do I explain Teresa? She was your perfect child.
Okay.
More or less.
Yeah.
You know.
Sure.
Never
Yeah.
gave you any trouble.
Yeah.
Any kind.
Not from day one, huh?
No, very little.
And then Jeannie and Joe.
Jeannie she was always kind of clingy to me, like to cling, didn't want to separate from her mother.
Okay. I think I can kind of remember that
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
What about how did you deal? How often did we get sick?
Very seldom.
Yeah, I can
Just
remember a few times.
Almost-
I remember Jeannie getting the measles real bad though. Remember that one time?
Or was that chicken pox?
Was it chicken
I think
pox?
it's chicken pox.
Yeah.
We have scars
That
from
was
that.
Teresa who got the chicken pox real bad.
Well, and you did too.
I did too.
You did too?
Don't you remember that? She almost died?
That
I
don't
remember
remember
hearing that.
Okay.
She was.
Ah,
Well, I remember going into the bedroom and you were just covered with chicken pox. I mean, you were
Wow.
just totally covered. And I remember you being concerned, Mom, that boy, I don't know if she's going to make
I
it.
would have been, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal back then.
I remember Teresa got it really bad too.
Really? Okay.
Twice, but you're not supposed to be able to
Oh,
get it twice.
okay.
She did.
Yep.
That's why she was really, really sick. And then, of course, your dad caught the chicken pox or something from somebody.
Oh,
But
really?
he was out of school for a
Oh,
while there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. And then Joe, huh?
And Joe came along. He was, there was about 4 years between Jeannie and Joe.
right. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bigger girls just adored Joe. I mean, they thought they had a new doll to play with.
Yeah, sure.
And he was such a good baby. Oh my goodness. Spoiled, rotten.
Yep.
A nice boy.
Yep.
Gee, imagine that, spoiled. With all these
Did you
kids.
know that was going to be your last child, pretty much? Or,
I
I
could
guess
have
you didn't
had
know.
one more, but I
Yeah.
thought I better not.
yeah.
11, 12 sounded like such a nice number. You know?
Nice dozen.
Not that I always knew when I was going to get pregnant, because I didn't. It was,
Right.
every time it was just happened, that's all.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I was never sorry about any one of them. They're all real good babies.
I remember Dad being happy about them.
He was.
The ones I can remember. I
Yeah.
guess
Oh,
Joe's
yeah.
the only one I remember.
He was a wonderful dad.
Mm,
Couldn't have been any better. And it's just good, such a good husband.
yeah.
He was always there for me, you know. He changed as many diapers as I did, I think.
Yeah.
We were always changing diapers, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had cloth diapers the whole time, right?
Diapers.
Yeah,
Oh my
all
God.
cloth
Yeah.
diapers,
I remember those darn
Holy
buckets
smoly.
of messy
Yeah,
diapers.
Yeah,
And with twins,
through a lot
how
of
many
them.
diapers? Woo! You had to have.
yeah. I never counted, honey. I never tried to count them. But I can remember with the twins, when they were about 6 months, they got a diaper rash, and where it came from, I don't know, because I was as careful as I could be with diapers, you know.
Yeah.
And finally, I just took it to the doctor, and
It was bad, huh?
so he said he gave me something to put in the water in the tub. He said just let them sit in that for a while.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I did that for a week, and then it was all.
We sat in it, you mean?
You
or the
sat in that
diapers?
water.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, when I took
as
you took your
babies we
bath,
did. Oh, okay.
and you'd sit
Yeah.
in that water.
Yeah.
It was some kind of I don't
I wonder
know.
what that
Probably
would've
killed
been.
the bacteria really good or something.
Yeah.
So whatever it did, it helped me with
Yeah.
so that oh, it went away, whatever it was. It was more than a rash, I think.
Yeah.
I really do, because you guys.
Any type of yeast infection or something, huh?
I never thought of that,
I
but
don't
maybe
know.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so
No,
let's
no,
talk
no.
about vacations you remember.
Well, I'll tell you how we were able to go on vacations. I had them take enough money out every month. You know how they withdraw money from
Yeah,
your...
yeah.
So that I'd have enough to go on vacation with.
Okay.
Too hard to save it otherwise.
Yeah.
So when April came, or whenever it
How
was...
would you have that happen? You mean they actually pulled it out of the check and put it in a different account or something?
No.
Or you just
This
did
was,
it?
the IRS, took money out every...
Oh,
You know how
okay, yeah.
that goes.
Yeah.
So I just had them take out enough so that I'd have enough to go vacation.
So your tax refund was your
Yeah, the tax
vacation
refund.
money. Okay.
We got that, I think, in April, something like that.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's when you guys had your
Yeah.
vacation.
Sure.
So we always had a nice amount of money to go on vacation with.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, we always went to Florida.
Yeah, we did that, I don't know,
Yeah, quite a
3
few
or 4 times?
At least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And
I remember going to the Everglades once, to the
Yeah.
Florida Keys once. The one time I think
Sanibel
we went to
Island?
Tampa maybe.
Sanibel
Yeah.
did we go to Sanibel?
Oh, yeah.
Did we?
I don't remember that one. But
Yep. That was our last trip together. With just
Well,
you,
that,
Dad,
honey,
and I.
you and I and
Oh.
Dad went there alone one time.
Right, that was
Okay.
our last trip
Well,
together.
that's
Okay.
the last one, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
But yeah, that was. We usually went to Florida because you guys could go swimming and everything.
Yeah,
Which we
the
just
ocean
love.
thing, and that was fun. Those were fun
Did
trips.
you go along when we went to?
Texas?
No. Was that Utah or?
Oh,
Montana.
yes, when we went to Glacier.
Yeah, to Glacier.
Montana.
Yeah, I was on that
Glacier
trip.
National
Yep.
Park.
Were you on
Yep,
that trip?
yep,
Yeah.
I love that trip. That was a great trip.
I know, that was a lovely trip.
That was right when I was
I
reading
don't
Lord
think-
of the Rings too, and so
Jeannie, you weren't there on that trip, were you?
Sure it was.
Or were you? I can't remember.
I was in high
there.
school. Yeah, you would have been. a
Oh,
little
that's
younger.
right, because Joe was there too.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Now
was.
I remember,
I'm sure he
Joe
was.
was there too.
I
Yeah.
remember the
'Cause-
road. It was. I think it was referred to the sun. The road to the
Road-
sun.
Going to the Sun
Sun.
Road.
To the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yep.
So narrow. I didn't like that road.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
I
Yeah.
thought the mountains were
But I
awesome.
remember all the small like waterfalls
Yeah,
You
lots
know,
of stuff to
on that
see.
road. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And we got to a place where you could throw snowballs at each other. This
Yeah.
weekend.
I
Yeah.
remember a couple of the bighorn sheep.
Yeah. So
And then-
see, that was vacation.
Yeah.
I think that one was one. I'm often wonder why we never went to Yellowstone. I'm just surprised that Dad
Yeah.
didn't want to go there.
Yeah. Huh.
But I guess he never thought of that one for some reason.
We went to Washington, D.C. too, huh?
Yes,
Evidently?
we did. Oh, I
Yeah.
loved that one.
I remember driving by the White House, but that's all I
Do you
remember.
remember when we went around about 3 times before when we were lost?
I guess I do kind of recall
Yeah.
that. I remember going around it several times trying
because
to
there was
figure
a
out where it
band
was
or something on the step someplace. And
Oh.
when we went around and
Yep.
saw it there the 3rd time, we knew we were
Yeah.
kind of stuck. But that was fun because things were so different then than they are today.
Yeah.
We could go through the White House.
Yeah.
We went right through. Do you remember that or not?
No, I don't
I
recall
remember-
going through it, but I'm told
Oh,
we
yeah,
were.
tour.
through the
We did.
White House.
Damn, I wish I could remember
I
that.
don't know why we wouldn't have gone along.
I'm sure I did.
You know?
I
mean,
I
why you
gotta
wouldn't have
believe
gone
I
to the
did.
White House?
Yeah, right.
You
You know
sure
what
you
you
didn't
mean.
go, huh?
I don't recall it. I don't remember it. I
Yeah.
imagine I was there, but anyway.
And then we saw, of course,
Huh.
Jefferson
Uh-huh.
Place where he
Jefferson
they were-
Memorial.
they were instead of trying to make their animals better, they tried to go backwards so they could get them.
Oh. Oh, okay,
that's
yeah.
how they
The
were
original.
in the time of Jefferson.
Yeah.
They were breeded the other way, you know.
Sure.
And even their garden was, he tried to grow things the way they were growing
Yeah.
in his time.
Yeah, okay.
But
Huh.
Jefferson was, this is a bit go away, going off a little bit, but this is a story they had about Jefferson, that he was one of the men in the, that set of state, where he was in the room doing the proclamation, you know, of independence.
Uh-huh, yep. When he
And,
was writing it.
there was quite a
He and
few-
Adams.
And they were they were stayed in that room. They didn't dare go out, or they would have been caught and hanged as
Traders.
traitors.
Yeah.
So they were.
I didn't know that.
And he wanted to get out so fast because he had been just married and was
Oh.
anxious to get home to his wife.
Yeah.
It
For
took
sure.
a while before he got out of there. But that's we didn't know that story then. We knew that story later.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of neat. Let's see what else.
That is cool.
That was
What
another
about
one.
what about our state parks? Remember going to Wisconsin parks? Any that
Oh,
jump
yeah,
out
we
at you?
we went to quite a few of them
Yeah.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we did.
Do you remember the names and everything?
Wild Loosing was one of them.
Wild
That's
Loosing,
why
yeah.
Loosing was my favorite.
I
Um,
think
love
it was
that
Dad's
part.
favorite too.
Yeah.
We've gone to the Wisconsin Dells area.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
we went
know
to
what
the
they
Dells when
call
we were
that
kids.
area. Oh, Dells, I guess we'd
Do
call
you remember
it.
the Dells trip
Yeah.
Oh
that
yeah.
we did?
It's so bluff.
Oh yeah, we
You
went by
know.
boat.
I've always
We
liked
took
that area.
that,
Yep.
that boat.
We did all that
It was
touristy
really
stuff and the
lovely.
I don't
Indian with
I
the
don't-
dog jumping
Yeah.
the gap. And
I
Yeah.
don't remember the boat.
But I know
what
we-
about oh golly, Devil's Lake? Didn't we go to Devil's Lake
Oh,
State Park a
yes.
few
Did we go to
times?
Devil's
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yep.
Devil's Lake?
yeah, and it,
Did we camp
remember
there
it
or
had
what?
the lake and then the bluffs and stuff around the lake, and you could take this, you could hike around
Did
the
we
lake.
camp there or what?
Yeah, yeah. a few times.
Always camping. That's how we were able to travel.
Yeah, I
think,
just didn't quite remember it for some reason.
Do you remember the camper that we had?
Oh yeah, I loved the camping.
I
Yeah.
wish we still
Once we
had it.
got, you know, we didn't go until Joe was out of diapers because I told Dad, your dad, not taking along kid that I got to change diapers. for.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
So when Joe was out of diapers, that's when we took him along too.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyhow, yeah, that was different places. I enjoyed every one of them.
Yeah. That was always fun, those campouts.
The first thing you guys want to do was make a fire.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep. Dad would always say, well, go find some wood. You know,
Yeah.
go find some wood. And he would take care of all setting everything up pretty much because we weren't much help, I don't think.
I know.
Those
I
were
remember
fun.
what we ate on those camping trips. What did we eat?
I don't know. I think we made
Beans,
chili and
Hormel chili,
probably hot
Really?
dogs.
I
And,
can't remember anything.
and
that
that ham in a can. Ugh,
really?
awful. Yeah.
yuck! It's horrible. I never did like
I
it.
think we had pancakes. Seems to me we made
Yeah,
pancakes.
yeah.
Oh,
I think
sure.
you're right. Yep, I remember
Sure.
doing that.
Yeah.
The old Coleman stove, remember that thing?
Oh yeah,
in
remember
the, in the
those-
lantern.
Yeah, I remember that. But any of the camping trips were really wonderful.
Yeah,
Most of them were
Spam.
taken to Florida. A lot of them anyhow.
yeah.
Florida, so you guys could go swimming in it.
That was a fun trip.
So.
Okay, talk about the cars that you remember that we owned over the years,
Oh, my dear.
just for fun.
Yeah.
Do you remember many of
Clue
them?
me in a little bit now, because I don't know much about cars.
Okay, so the first car I can recall is the Rambler. Do you remember that Rambler that we had? I think it was a red one. Pretty sure it was a red Rambler. You don't remember the Rambler?
The first cars I remember are the
Station wagon?
station wagons.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden somebody had, or Dad, somebody said, you know, that kind of a car for you guys. It's a good station wagon where you can really pack them in. And well, we did.
And then we got the 65 Ford Country Squire.
Okay.
It was green.
Oh.
I can remember it was green, kind of a lighter color green. You don't remember that car?
No, I don't.
And then we got the 69
wow.
Country Squire. It was
yeah.
light blue.
You have a good memory.
Oh, I remember the cars. I was in the cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how cars I was.
I remember when I got my license, I asked Dad if I could buy air shocks for the wagon so I could jack it up in the back. When I rode around, he's like, "No, I don't think that's a good idea." He was right, of course.
Yeah.
Those are the cars I remember. Those three.
Really, I remember our, like I said, our station wagons. But that's about all I can remember.
Yeah.
After that, let's see, what do I remember?
You drove them a lot. You drove the cars a lot to the
I
grocery
drove
store,
all
and
the
you know.
time. Once I learned to drive, I drove.
Yeah. When did you learn to drive? Do you recall? Was it like later on? It wasn't like when you were 16?
Oh no, it was when I was an adult.
Yeah. Okay. Like way into your 20s or something?
Oh, and more than that, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
In your 30s,
Yeah.
maybe?
When we took our trip, Dad, you and I, to Florida, to Sanibel Island, we had a Ford sedan. I don't recall, maybe Ford Escorts? Is that a sedan? You don't know? Does that ring a bell? Okay, well, that transmission was replaced twice on that trip.
Oh, wow.
Because it was a hard trip. I remember, oh my gosh, the mountains in Tennessee. I had to pull over because we were like halfway up. I did not like the way the car felt.
Yeah.
Well, that was no wonder why, because once we got into Florida, the transmission went out.
Oh, boy.
You had it fixed, we get back into Wisconsin, transmission goes out again.
I don't remember that.
And the Ford company, I remember Dad writing to the president of the Ford company explaining, because he had obviously paid for both times, and he felt that he shouldn't have had to, to do that.
Yeah, right.
They only reimbursed him half the amount. So he was not happy with that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Talk about meals, when you would make meals and, I don't know, just stuff around the house. Like, I remember you doing lots of wash and making big pots of spaghetti and chili and I don't know what else. I mean, what are some of the meals you remember? What are you thinking?
The sandwiches, I was fascinated.
Go ahead.
I watch you make lunches in the morning before everybody would take off.
Yeah, sure. She had a whole assembly line
And
thing
light
going.
as their mother.
Do you remember that?
I remember your assembly line.
Amazing sight to see.
So talk about that. Just how did you go about that or whatever?
Well, like Jeannie said, I would make, I think, made at least 5 lunches in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I would just spread them out on the table or wherever.
Yep.
And then butter them one by one, put on the big bologna one by one.
Big bologna.
Always bologna, always.
That's what we call them.
And
Sometimes it was peanut butter and
Daniel
jelly.
loved big bologna.
Yeah.
Or it was that you had a salami or something. I remember there was pickles or something stuck in there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like those.
It was just
Olives.
What is that?
It was it's some kind of a, I don't know what we called it, but it had olive and pickles.
Something stuck in it. Yeah.
It was part of the sandwich.
Yeah.
And then I would make the sandwich. You usually had one sandwich. And you probably should have had bigger lunches, but at the time, that's about as much as I could get in there. You had a sandwich, and you had like a Twinkie or something like something.
Yep. Oftentimes a Twinkie. Yep.
And some fruit.
Yep. Always an
And,
apple or
that
something.
That was about it.
Banana.
That was about it. And you had your milk.
And we rarely had hot lunch.
Never had.
Every now and then we had it, and it was a big treat.
Yes.
Wow, we get to have hot lunch
Chocolate
today.
milk and
Were
Friday.
they good? They were hot lunches?
Yeah, from what I remember. And I don't I think you maybe were just out of lunch supplies, and you gave us a little money for hot lunch, but that was pretty rare.
Yeah, every now and then I guess I treated you to a hot lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, but then,
That was fun.
okay, now it's starting to get to pay period.
What,
Paycheck. Okay, you knew it was getting near the end of a how do I say this?
A pay cycle, whatever,
A
paycheck,
pay,
yep.
yeah, a
yep.
pay cycle.
What are you
And
doing?
so
Yeah,
Dad
what
was
are you
going to get paid soon, but
doing?
you were starting to get low on supplies. What would you put into the lunch? Do you remember?
Do you remember?
This? I do.
Something awful?
Do. No, not awful. No.
What?
But I remember getting half a Twinkie, even a quarter of a Twinkie. But we always got a full-size sandwich.
Yeah.
We always got at least one piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Teresa can remember getting a half a Twinkie too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did what you had to do.
Did
Oh,
we
God.
get chips?
What about other
Chips
meals
to me,
and
we
stuff?
got chips too.
Oh,
Just, I don't know, just talk about.
all you kids were
what you did
always
there.
there for your supper, all
Yeah.
around the table.
Didn't
Yeah.
have to call us, did you?
Yeah.
We always had some kind of a potato, either mashed potatoes or did we have baked potatoes quite often?
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah, we
baked
did.
We had baked
potatoes.
potatoes.
Oh,
Yep,
yes.
we did.
And I remember you guys liked mashed potatoes too.
Yeah.
You had trying to think if we had hamburgers or if we had
Sometimes.
I don't remember.
What'd you always make on Sundays?
Very often it was chicken.
Yeah. It's almost always chicken.
Yeah.
Baked chicken. I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they put it was pieces of chicken that
Right. Right.
put on a tray
Right.
and put in the oven. And
Yep.
it was like frying your chicken in the oven. You know,
Yep.
they were
Yep.
And you bake it.
cooked it piece by piece.
Wasn't
you-
it with
and you would-
breadcrumbs? I mean,
Not
No,
no
you
breadcrumbs,
put.
no nothing.
I think you put.
cracker crumbs.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
No,
I
cornflakes?
I recall you putting seasoned salt on it.
Oh yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
But I thought you had some type of crumbly on top.
Not
Like a breading
not
type.
usually. Not that I
No.
know of.
Okay.
I just remember coming home from church on Sundays and walking
chicken?
into the house and that smell of the chicken baking was awesome, and
Salt.
I couldn't wait to get home because that was the, you know.
Oh my, oh my. At least you were always.
And then you, I
you
don't know.
always ate everything on the plate.
Yeah.
So,
I just remember you making big batches of chili or spaghetti
Oh,
was
yeah.
my favorite.
that stuff you
I don't
just made
remember.
in big batches.
Yeah.
I don't remember the chili.
You don't remember? I don't remember. I don't remember if we made it often or maybe you.
Oh, that could be.
You made it
just
pretty
not
often, I
very
thought.
often. I don't know.
I think I made spaghetti and meatballs. Oh,
Oh,
I know
yes.
something I made a little bit oftener that I learned how to make was no, what did we call it? Oh, dang it! You put it over.
Toast? Snit on a shingle?
Oh, no, just a minute now. Where did you learn that, you naughty girl? I won't think of it right now. It'll
All right.
come to me later. What it was. We made it a lot anyhow. I remember that.
Yeah.
Chip beef?
I don't even like it anymore.
Chip beef with peas, and then it was, because I remember you doing this, you creamed it?
Oh, that's something that we put on toast. You mean?
Yeah, she
It
put
was
it on-
meat. It was
What is it?
It was
Peas, huh?
beef, dried beef,
Oh,
chipped
okay.
beef
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that you bought.
Yeah.
That you
Huh.
buy.
okay.
And you always creamed it. Put it in the cream sauce, and you put it on toast.
I remember the sauerkraut you would make. You'd do that every now and
Oh,
then,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
sauerkraut.
That was
My
good.
dad
with
liked
pork.
sauerkraut too.
Yum, yum, yum.
You have that.
Those are.
Maybe you can think of more things that we had than I can think of. But
Sometimes you didn't have the beef. You did just simply the creamed peas over toast. I still loved it.
I know.
It was one of my
well,
favorites.
we had
I
a
don't
lot of
care for it
vegetables.
this day.
Dad brought home all those cans. Remember?
Yes.
The dented cans.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
he would get.
Yeah, canning
You
company.
would get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Canning company.
Yep.
Sometimes
I remember the
luckily-
trips to Illinois to get margarine.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh,
that?
interesting.
I felt like we were smuggling it into Wisconsin or something. Because you weren't supposed to sell margarine. You couldn't sell margarine at
They
that
couldn't
time.
sell it here. No.
So remember
Wisconsin
we'd go
had them.
visit, maybe we were visiting Connie or something? I don't remember, but anyway, we would get a bunch of margarine and bring it back. Remember that?
Connie lived in Illinois?
No.
No.
I thought she did early in her marriage. She was in
Mhm.
Chicago for a while. Oh, maybe not. Anyway.
But anyhow, we had margarine until butter was allowed, you know, and then we still had margarine, but it was already colored,
Yeah,
and it tasted pretty good.
it was all right.
But
And the
a lot-
powdered, remember the powdered milk too?
Oh yeah, you guys.
Oh, I
like
hated that.
We
Yuck.
hated that crap. And Dad would make us mix it.
that. Mm.
We'd have to mix the real milk with the powdered milk. and
Yep.
That helped a little.
Not
But it was
much.
so watery.
It wasn't. It was not nice.
But he did what you gotta do what you could do to save money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yes.
That's all.
Yep.
But anyhow.
Okay, talk about our Christmases. What are Christmases that you remember
I
or
wish I could
anything?
remember more about them.
Yeah.
Except that I can't remember what the boys got for Christmas. The girls, it was easy to remember. Dolls and stuff like that. And,
Sure. Yep.
But I can't remember what you boys got for Christmas.
Huh.
Did you ever get footballs or basketballs?
I know we got basketballs. I imagine we got footballs. I remember getting flashlights one year when we were like
Getting what,
7 or
please?
8 flashlights. Sam and I got a flashlight. Oh, I know. Do you remember the Radio Shack cassette recorders that you got us? The little cassette recorders, they were like that big and,
Oh.
and we could record our voices or music on the
Oh.
cassettes.
Oh.
You remember that? Oh, man. We
That's
thought that was so awesome.
something that you could deal. You could burn a message into something with a.
Well, it was a cassette player, That's the thing I'm thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. We got walkie-talkies,
Yeah, that's kind of.
that kind of stuff every now and then. That was fun.
Yeah. Anyhow.
But, I remember getting up early in the morning
Oh my
to...
God, yes. Christmas was always so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I always loved Christmas.
Yeah, we always had great
Yeah.
Christmases.
And
I still just remember mostly the lights and the music and whatever,
yeah.
And that shag carpet in our living room that you can sit in while you're looking at the Christmas tree. For some reason, I connect those two things.
So we actually had carpeting, huh? At one point.
Oh, yeah, in that house.
Oh.
In that house, yeah.
Okay.
Shag carpet. That was a biggie in the
Shag.
70s. Okay, what about TV that you liked?
I
Not
remember
now,
when
but
Dad
back then.
brought- when
And
Brad-
that we
when
would watch
We
together.
were in.
Just talk about that.
Let me think now how that happened, because he surprised us with a TV.
Oh,
Guys must have been in Green Bay for something, visiting somebody,
okay.
and then
Probably Grandma.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then Dad's came to get us, came to get everybody and brought us home, and we got home and there was a new television.
Yep.
You didn't get much on it then, it was right new when television was first came on.
This would have been the mid 60s, maybe, you think?
It was, what time?
Roughly?
It was a Magnavox, I remember that.
Okay, yep.
Trying to think what year that might have been. Can you remember anything at all about?
I do remember a TV, and it was black and white. For the
Yeah.
longest time, we had a black and white.
Yeah.
I just remember, having to turn the dial, and
Yeah.
you got really good at going
I
from
remember sometimes
4 to
just
6 to
hit
12.
the side of it when something didn't work.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Because it still had the old tubes and stuff.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny.
What do you remember about watching TV with us? I have some particular things, but
About
shows that we would watch together. Do you
Oh.
remember any shows?
Uh,
TV shows?
I think sometimes I can remember the shows you kids like to watch on Saturday.
Yeah?
All those some that weren't they you'd get a chapter on Saturday and then you'd have to wait till next Saturday to get the
Okay.
next chapter.
Okay, I don't know.
Remember that?
Yeah, and I don't remember that so well.
It would have been like Tom Mix and things
Okay,
like that.
yep.
And,
It might have been the older
yeah,
kids,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
I remember
Okay.
watching, like, Ed Sullivan Show,
Oh, we probably
And,
watched that with
I remember.
Yeah,
I liked
and
that
the,
show, yeah.
and the, Walt Disney, the Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday
There was a
nights.
show-
Remember
Loretta
that?
Young had a show too.
Who did?
Loretta Young.
Oh, really?
She had a good show that
Okay.
she'd come in and come swirling in, and
Yep.
she always had a good movie. A good show of some kind, something that family could watch.
Yeah. I remember watching Johnny Carson, too. You love Johnny
okay.
Carson.
Well, I remember doing the pots and pans to mimic that band, and we did a pretty good job. We even had a recording on it, but
Yeah, yeah.
we don't have it anymore.
What was that?
When we watched Johnny Carson, we got together with pots and pans, and we mimicked that band.
Oh.
You know, the opening of, you know, Johnny Carson. And somebody got it on tape recording, and we did a pretty good job. Proud to band. We did. Yeah.
I can remember when you kids used to play church. We had, oh no, that wasn't you, or was that you?
Teresa and I used to play church.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can remember doing that.
We'd have
Remember
mass.
when we had that old we have an old piano?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had
I
piano.
got a piano.
Yeah.
Was that Lucy that played piano?
Lucy did, Mary
Teresa-
Kay
oh,
did,
Mary Kay
a little
maybe?
They
bit.
took some lessons, but they just,
Yeah.
Picked it
Never
up.
really
after
caught
a while,
on.
they just
Yeah.
didn't want to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry I didn't just make them do it, but
Yeah, sure.
that's hard to do.
Yep.
But that's probably my fault.
Where did the piano come in for the church? We want to follow that.
We had that piano. I don't know where it
Yeah,
came from.
yeah.
It was there.
How did that
Where
play
did
into
that
the church
come
thing,
from?
though?
I'm trying to remember.
Just because we played church songs on it or something, you mean, or what?
No, that was your altar.
Oh, the church, the piano?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I see.
I'll be darned. All right.
So that's you all had a lot of fun playing church on that piano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, what else can I think of? Where was that darn piano?
It was right around the corner from your bedroom.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
And it was
exactly
like
where
a
it was.
blind
Right in the
color.
dining room.
No, I remember where it was now. Now it's coming to me.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
dining room. In the
Yeah,
dining room.
now I remember
And then
exactly where it was.
One table was in the, well, maybe it was this table or not. I don't know. Anyway, it was in the living room
Mhm.
for a long time.
That was the table that was in the living room is now in the basement, I think.
Okay.
It's a big kind of long. It
Yes.
wasn't an oval table like this one.
Right. Okay.
And they were all maple because I loved anything in